Marketing is not just sales. Okay. It's building a relationship with people, finding out what their pain points are, what they need help with, and then you being the solution to that and directing them, guiding them in that, in the direction so they can get the result that they're looking for. Well, hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Rock Your Brand podcast. I'm your host, Scott Boker, a serial entrepreneur on a mission to help you. This show is designed to teach you, to inspire you, to motivate you to take massive action and build a future-proof business. So, whether you're just starting out or taking your existing business to the next level, this is your home. Now, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's rock your brand. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Rock Your Brand podcast. This is episode 965, and today we're going to be talking about the number one mistake, the common mistake that I see a lot of people making when doing email marketing in their business and in their brands. Now, what we're going to be doing today is covering this topic, but we're also going to talk about how to fix it. Not just what the problem is, but actually how to fix it. And this is a topic that I discussed recently on one of my coffee talks. So that's, again, what we're going to be doing is listening in on that conversation that I had with my coffee talk people. And if you're interested in becoming part of our coffee talk, our Take Action crew, head on over to takeactioncrew.com and you can do so there. Now, one thing before we do jump in, if you have not yet started building your email list, you probably want to consider it. Now, I know it can seem scary. I know that you might say, well, I'm going to do it after I start getting some website traffic and all of that stuff. But you really need to consider doing it before that. And here's why. When you have an email list, you now have control of your traffic. And I don't care if it's 10 people or 500 people or 10,000 people. It allows you to get traffic to your website, to your products, to your product launches, whatever, a lot quicker. So I would encourage you to check out our email list building fast track workshop. And you can do that by heading over to emaillistclass.com. Again, that's emaillistclass.com. You will be able to go through our 3 to 500 method, which will walk you through exactly how to build your first email list to 500 subscribers within 30 days or less. So there's a little shameless plug. If you need help building your email list, you definitely want to check that out. All right. So with that being said, let's go ahead and listen in here on the conversation that I had with my coffee talk people, our Take Action crew, on the number one mistake that so many people are making and how to fix it. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. So one of the biggest mistakes that I see people making with email marketing is, number one, not sending emails. So that's number one, okay? And I said there's a big mistake. There's actually a bigger mistake than even that, okay? So in the beginning, when you're building your email list, you're building it for a reason. Some people are building it just for the money. Some people are building it because they want to build an audience. They want to build community. They want to have their customers get to know, like, and trust them. And I think all of that stuff is important. If you're only going after it to build that list, to only say, I'm building it and I'm going to make the money right away, you're probably doing it for the wrong reasons. So I would not go down that road. Okay. Email marketing, let's just kind of get that out of the way. Email marketing is not just selling. Email marketing is you communicating, you delivering value, you building a relationship. All of that stuff is email marketing. Marketing is not just sales, okay? In my eyes, okay? It's building a relationship with people, finding out what their pain points are, what they need help with, and then you being the solution to that and directing them, guiding them in that, in the direction so they can get the result that they're looking for, okay? So I was having a conversation recently, which will be airing very soon, with Dawn LaFontaine, who has a really successful blog now. She's getting over 30,000 visitors to her website every single month. And I think it was just a little over a year ago, decided to commit to writing consistently once per week and went from like 30 visitors a day to like 15 to 1600 per day. And that's growing. I had her on the podcast, and depending on when you're listening to this, you would have been able to listen to it. It's like part 2 of a case study. But I was having a conversation with her as we're doing this interview, and I asked her, I said, how's the email list building going? And she's going, it's going pretty good. I mean, with the organic traffic, I'm getting people every single day that are signing up, which is great. It's organic, but I'm not really paying for any leads yet, because, I want to make sure that I got it in my budget. And I don't know that it's going to be worth it for me to spend the money on that as of right now, because organically I'm doing it. And I'm like, that's fine. That's totally fine. And then I said, how often are you sending emails? And she said, well, I'm sending one per week. I said, all right, what does that email look like? And she goes, well, it's just kind of like I'm sending out an email that says, here's a new blog post, which is great. I'll also send one about maybe one of our products that we have that's, maybe gotten a new review, or maybe, we've got it back in stock or something like that. And then the third thing is she's just basically telling a little story about maybe something that had happened, something that might be useful to them, or maybe even someone else's article. So really, it's kind of like a mini newsletter, if you will. I don't like calling it that, but it's kind of like a recap of the week. And she's sprinkling in her offer there, which is great. So I said, all right, good. So you got an offer being presented once a week to your list. Now, the next thing I asked her, I said, have you sent a direct, like you are only going to be sending out emails in this short period of time to promote something? And she's like, no, I haven't. And I said, why? She goes, I don't know. I just don't really know if I want to be like selling to them, like directly selling to them. I mean, I know I'm putting in my products into the email, or, into the email when I'm sending it, but that just kind of feels like we call that a hybrid, by the way. We call that a hybrid email. And what that is it means that part of it is delivering a piece of content, making a soft little offer, or at least letting them know about something, right? And then even in the PS, we can bring attention back to one of those, that we were mentioning. And that's it. That's kind of the hybrid, right? And we can do that. And you should be doing that, okay? Because you don't want people to not know that you have stuff for sale, right? So one of the mistakes, again, is like they're like, oh, you sell something? I didn't know that. No, we need to let them know that we sell something. All right. And so you guys hear me say this all the time. If you're listening to this on the podcast, or if you're watching this, on Facebook, on our coffee talk, I will mention it a lot, right? Like, so I'm talking about this right now. And I would say, if you're listening to this and this sounds like, well, wait a minute, I should be building an email list because I want to do some of this stuff that Scott's talking about, then I can now make you a direct offer and say, hey, listen, if you're interested in building your list, you should head on over to emaillistclass.com. There's a full workshop there that'll teach you how to build a list from scratch. All right. So head on over to emaillistclass.com and you can check it out. If it's useful for you, go ahead. It's going to be a very inexpensive investment for you, and you'll be able to start building your list within 24 hours. All right. And then I move on. Right. That's a pitch. Like I just said, go buy this thing if you're interested. That's it. So you can totally do that. And you should be doing that, because then right now might not be the time for you, but you're going to remember, oh, Scott has that email list building class thing. I'm going to go check that thing out. Now's the time. Right. Or you guys hear me talk about creating a digital product. And I'm like, yeah, if you're interested in creating a digital product, you should head on over to digitalproductclass.com. Right. And go on over there and you can learn how to build a digital product, again, fast track style in like 3 hours. Right. And we'll show you exactly what to do there. Right now, you're like, I set that seed almost in your mind that now that there's something I offer for sale. You guys hear me talk about Brand Creators Academy. All right. Some people are going to join when the time's right. Some are not yet. And then they're going to be like, oh, wait a minute. I think maybe in the next couple months, I'm going to. So right now is not the right time. But you now know that I have these things. So if you're not sprinkling in these offers, you should be. Okay. But this isn't the big mistake. The big mistake that I see is people aren't selling at all. They're afraid to sell. If you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're thinking to yourself that you're going to send an email to someone, okay, on your list, and I said to you, all I want you to do in that email is I want you to sell them. I want you to let them know about your offer, and I want you to directly sell them. A lot of people are like, oh, they might get mad at me, right? They might get mad. And this is totally normal, by the way. Totally normal. Okay. I've felt that way myself. And even at times when I start to dial it up a little bit, I get a little nervous. I'm not going to lie, get a little nervous, but I do because number one, I care about my audience, but I also have to keep reminding myself the reason why I'm doing this direct promotion right now and I'm sending as many emails as I am is because I know just from experience, not everyone's seeing that email. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get emails after that deadline is over, which I already got some this morning from a promotion that we were doing for Brand Creators Academy recently to a small group of people that went through the 7-day content creation challenge. Scott, I missed it. I missed the deadline. I didn't read my emails the whole weekend. I didn't read them. So I know that it happens. So I need to make sure that I send out those emails. All right. So I'm going to give you guys the fix. This is what I told Dawn to do. And Dawn still is a little, I don't know. She literally said, Scott, take over my email. You do it for me. I'm okay if you do it. I just don't want to be the one doing it. I'm like, well, if I wrote the emails, I'm writing as you, Dawn. Right. So here's what I want you to consider. Okay. And I'm telling you, once you do it and you see that nothing bad happened, I made some sales. It felt pretty good, right? So here's what I want you to do. And here's what a classic promotion looks like. All right. Now, this is not going to be a promotion that you're going to be then putting in some content, putting in your offer, kind of hiding your offer, that feels a little safer. No, we've done that already. Okay. And you should be doing this all along. Now, I'm going to call a timeout here for a second. If you have not yet built any relationship with your audience, then I'm a fan of not direct selling yet, like promotion wise, like hardcore. Okay. Now some cases you could get away with this, but we have to be careful because I do not want the first impression. I do not want our first date to be me going there and going like, you know what? I think we look good together. I think we probably have a good relationship. What do you say we get married, right? We can't do that. We have to build up that relationship, right? And we have to prove to that person that we are there to help them and we genuinely want to help them. And the way that you do that is by sending them an email once a week and doing exactly what Dawn's doing. A little bit of content, a little bit of what they are or what she offers, just in case you want to go check it out. And then maybe another little blurb of something else that's helpful, right? And that's it. That's the formula. But I am saying, if you have done this, and then the next question is going to be like, well, Scott, how long do I have to do that before I can promote? It could be after 2 emails. Okay. It could be after 2 emails if you want to. But the key is you're going to send out these emails, building that relationship, also letting them know you do have stuff for sale. If you do, right? Promoting, and then immediately coming back with some more goodwill content. Like that's the secret. Okay. You can't just, put something out there that is useful and then sell and then go away. Right? That's bad. We don't want to do that. Right. So here is the formula. All right. Assuming that you've done that. All right. Assuming that you've done what I just said. Okay. That you've built up that little bit of relationship with that person. You delivered value. You delivered on your promise. If they downloaded a lead magnet, they got their lead magnet. You followed up with the lead magnet. You made sure they got it. All that good stuff. Right. Here's what the sequence looks like. Okay. And I'm going to say this is over 3 days. Okay. Over 3 days. Number one, okay, if you are going to do a promotion, I believe you should let people know a promotion is coming. So the first email is going to be like, hey, I just wanted to drop in. Last week I sent you something on, whatever, this, that, and the other thing about whatever your niche is, right? How to catch more bass in a pond, right? I wanted to give you a heads up. Next Wednesday, we're going to be doing something really cool. I'm going to be giving 25% off of my ultimate bass fishing course or my ultimate bass fishing ebook or whatever, right? And it doesn't have to be a discount. It could be like next week, we're going to do something really cool. Anyone that grabs a copy of our ultimate fishing guide, we're going to also throw in, I don't know, our bass fishing lures or something, right? You're going to add a bonus or something. The idea is you have an offer, okay? You're going to let them know in advance that it's coming, right? So you're building that up, okay? It doesn't have to be long. It could be 2 days. It could be 3 days. You just want to give them a little bit of a heads up. Then the promotion technically actively happens. You're going to email on, let's say, a Wednesday. Hey guys, just wanted to let you know, I talked about this on Monday. The Ultimate Bass Fishing, ebook is now available for 25% off, 50% off, whatever you want to do. And I just wanted to give you the heads up that it's now live, and I can't wait for you to get your hands on it. If you have any questions, let me know. Click here to get the ultimate guide. Click here to get the ultimate, bass fishing package, whatever, right? If you have any questions, let me know. Can't wait to see how many more bass you catch from, using the guide. Talk to you later, Scott. That's it. Boom. That's like the first email. Okay. Now that's Wednesday. Thursday would be, hey there, I just wanted to check back in. I sent you an email yesterday. I wanted to make sure that you saw it because, well, it ends on Friday at midnight or 10 o'clock, whenever you want to set the time, right? So we're doing this because we want to celebrate all of the awesome bass fishermen out there. And we wanted to also get some early feedback on our new course, on our new book, on our whatever, right? On our new templates, whatever it is, right? So I'm just sending you a quick email just to make sure that you got the email from yesterday, because I know how busy we all are. And who knows, maybe you're out there on the pond all day fishing, right? But anyway, you can get, the Ultimate Bass Fishing book for, 50% off until tomorrow. So now you're letting them know tomorrow night it ends. And then you just sign off just like I did in the first email. That's it, right? Now, the next day is going to be really scary for you. I'll tell you why. Because we're not going to send one email. We're going to send 2 emails. And if you want to get a little crazy, you might send 3. Okay? You might send 3. So here's what that would look like. You're going to email first thing in the morning. Okay? I like to do 7 to 8 o'clock Eastern time in the morning. That gives East Coasters the time. West Coasters still sleeping. When they get up, it'll be there in their inbox. Okay? Email number 1. And the subject line on that would be like last day, something like that in brackets, Ultimate Bass Fishing guide deal, or going away, or special, or something like that, right? Then at around, 1, 2 o'clock, you pick mid-afternoon, and you're going to send another email that's going to be basically the same one as the first email, just saying, I wanted to drop in and let you know that the offer is going away. And I just want to make sure you didn't miss this. Hopefully you're not out there on the pond right now and you're going to miss this, because this is an amazing deal, right? That's it. And then the last email would be maybe 3 hours before you're going to expire the deal, right? And that's it. You're done. After you're done with that, you've now sent out, in my case, it's usually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 emails. Okay? 5 emails. And then from there, you're able to get people to see your offer. Now, are you going to get some people that are going to unsubscribe? Yeah, you are. And you know what? That's okay, because you're kind of cleaning your list at the same time, right? And the people that are cool with it, they're going to stay. It's fine. It's totally fine. If you get someone that writes you and says, I can't believe that you sent 2 emails in one day, I'm sorry, I'll unsubscribe you. I apologize once again. Good luck on your bass fishing. Like, that's it. Just let them go. Let them go. No big deal, right? No stress. Okay. But I will tell you this. I've done this for a lot of years. And the one thing that I've learned over and over and over again, does not matter the market. Doesn't matter if it's in bass fishing. Doesn't matter if it's in photography. Doesn't matter if it's in, like what we're doing in brand creators, or if you are in plant-based, or if you are in, whatever niche you're in. It doesn't matter. If you're into how to play tennis, it doesn't matter. Okay. We are all driven by what? Deadlines, right? We all are. We see them all the time and we react to them. Okay. But we do need to do a direct promotion. So another little other mistake that people make is in that email, they'll send links that are not just to the offer. They'll send one to a blog post, then they'll send one to their YouTube, and then they'll send one to their offer. In these promotional emails, one link. Okay, now there could be multiple links, but the link that you're sending people to, only one place they can go, and that is to buy the thing. That's it. Okay, less options. So again, let me recap here real quick. How does this work, right? How do you correct this mistake? Well, number one, as long as you've already started sending emails, you've already started building the list of, engaged, subscribers, and you're delivering value and all of that stuff. I'm assuming that's all done. Okay. That's exactly what we teach in BCA, by the way. Okay. Is you have to develop that relationship. And then I want you to map out, what does your promotion look like, right? If you want to go through this like on paper, all you're going to do is go, okay, what's my deadline? And let's say that you did it on a Saturday or maybe on a Friday, okay? And then what you're going to do is you're going to work backwards. You're going to say, okay, so I would need to send, I'm going to do it over 3 days, okay? 3 days is usually a really good number, so 3 days. So let's see. Let's say it's Friday. I'm going to go then Thursday. I'm going to go Wednesday. So there's some promotional emails, okay? But then I'm also going to say, do I need a runway up to the promotion? You need at least one email in my eyes, okay? Now, if you have a bigger promotion, you might want to make it a week out and then build up. And if you have content that's related to it, then yes, start sending emails before the promotion that's related to the offer. And that's it. So you have to map this out. So if you are sitting on your list, you've been sending out weekly, pieces of content, and you have something to sell them, I want you to start going through this process. I want you to build out a promotion, and then I want you to commit to it, and I want you to send it. And the key here also is the emails that you're sending do not have to be long. Okay. Actually, they probably shorter. Just get to the point. Okay. What is it? Who's it for? What are they going to get? And then what do they got to do to get it? Like, that's it. It's that simple. All right. So hopefully this has helped you. Also, hopefully this opened your eyes to say, okay, I'm going to give that a try. I'm telling you right now, I asked this to Dawn. I said, Dawn, I got to ask you a question. I asked her this on part 1 of our case study a year and a half ago. I said, Dawn, let me ask you something. She says, yeah, what, Scott? I says, do you want to make money in your brand? And she laughed and she goes, of course I do. I go, you got to send email, right? And you got to sell in the email. Okay. You have to sell. And I know it's hard for a lot of people, but you can do it in a cool way. It does not have to be that salesy way. All right. So hopefully this helped you. Start promoting, start planning. What is going to be your promotion that you're going to do? And one little tip here I'm going to leave you with as well is I think you should do at least one promotion a quarter, at least one. Okay. If you can do more, right? As long as you're building up that goodwill, as long as you're, showing up in their inbox on a regular basis, you're not just showing up with a promotion, then go for it. And I'm telling you right now, the more times that you send an email with an offer, the greater chance you have of selling something. Makes sense, right? All right. So go ahead, plan out that promotion, click send. Let me know how it goes. All right. Well, there you have it. The big mistake in how to fix it using email and really doing email marketing. And once again, if you are listening to this and you are not yet actively building your list and marketing to your list, you definitely need to start. And once again, if you need help with that, head on over to our email list building fast track workshop, where we'll teach you the 3 to 500 method, and you'll be up and running in under 3 hours once you go through that training. Head on over to emaillistclass.com and you can register there. All right, guys, this is episode 965. If you want the show notes to this episode, the links that we talked about, head on over to brandcreators.com /965. You get all the goodies over there. Oh, and if you want to be part of our coffee talks, head on over to takeactioncrew.com. That's where we're hanging out. All right, guys. So that's it. That's going to wrap it up. As always, remember, I'm here for you. I believe in you and I am rooting for you, but you have to, come on, say it with me, say it loud, say it proud, take action. Have an awesome, amazing day. And I'll see you right back here on the next episode. Now let's rock your brand.